What if everything you were taught about paying off your house was wrong? What if the day you made your final mortgage payment was actually the most expensive mistake of your life? Stay with me, because what I am about to show you most people never hear. There is a story we all believe. Work hard, buy a house, pay it off, and then you are free. Your parents believed it, their parents believed it, and look, it is not completely wrong, but it is not completely right either. Because somewhere between paying off your house and building real wealth, there is a gap, a big one, and almost nobody talks about it. Let me tell you about Michael. Michael is 54 years old. He lives a normal life, good job, good family, no drama. Years ago, he bought a house for about $210,000, and from day one, he had one goal: pay it off. Every extra dollar went into that house. Bonuses, tax refunds, savings, everything. He skipped vacations, delayed upgrades, ignored investments, because in his mind, being debt-free was the goal. Then, one day he did it. The house was fully paid off, no more mortgage, and for a few months he felt unstoppable, safe, secure, successful. Then, life happened. His job became unstable. His roof needed repairs worth around $18,000. His daughter needed help with around $40,000. And suddenly, Michael had a problem. On paper, he was worth almost $500,000, but in real life, he did not have enough cash. His money was locked inside his house. And this is where most people get it wrong. When you think about a mortgage, you think about debt, something bad, something to remove. But here is the truth. Not all debt is bad. A high-interest credit card is bad. Kill it immediately. But a low-interest home loan might be the cheapest money you will ever use in your life. Now, let me show you something simple. Two people, same income, same house, both have extra $800 every month. Person one uses that money to pay off the house faster. Person two invests that money. After 19 years, person one owns the house completely, no debt, feels proud. Person two still has a mortgage, but their investment account is around $560,000. Same life, same income, different decision. One person saved money, the other built wealth. And here is the part nobody tells you. Money that grows changes your life. Money that gets locked just sits there. Now let us talk about inflation. Most people think inflation is bad, and usually it is, but for someone with a mortgage, it actually helps you, because your payment stays the same, but the value of money keeps going down. That means over time, your loan becomes easier to pay without doing anything, and the moment you pay off your house, this advantage disappears, gone forever. Now, another thing most people ignore is tax benefits. In the United States, homeowners often get tax deductions on mortgage interest, which means you pay less tax. But once your house is fully paid, that benefit disappears, and no one talks about that part. Now let us talk about something even more important: liquidity. If you need money urgently, can you use your house? Not easily. You cannot just break a wall and take out cash. You have to sell it, or take another loan, or wait. And in real-life emergencies, waiting is not an option. That is why a paid-off house can make you look rich, but still leave you stuck. Now here is the dangerous part. When people pay off their house, they feel done. They feel like they have won. So they slow down, they stop investing, they stop building, but they are not actually done, because real freedom is not about owning a house. It is about having options, money that moves. Money that grows. Money you can actually use. Now let me be fair. Paying off your house is not always wrong. If you are close to retirement, it can help reduce stress. If debt gives you anxiety, peace of mind matters. If your finances are already strong, then yes, go ahead. But the problem is most people do this too early. They focus on the house before building real wealth, and that is where the mistake happens. So what should you do? First, build an emergency fund. Second, clear high-interest debt. Third, invest consistently. And only after that, think about paying off your house faster, because the order matters a lot. Now let me leave you with one thought. A paid-off house does not make you rich. It just makes you feel rich. Real wealth is money that works for you even when you are not working. Your house will still be there tomorrow, but the years you did not invest, those do not come back. Now, here is something that will change the way you think forever. Have you ever noticed that the wealthiest people in America, the ones worth tens of millions, the ones who could pay off their house tomorrow with a single check, almost none of them do it? Not because they forgot, not because they are bad with money, but because they understand something that most ordinary people never learn. They understand that a mortgage is not a burden, it is a tool. Think about it this way. When a rich person borrows money at 4 or 5% interest and then invests that same money in something returning 10 or 12%, they are making a profit on borrowed money every single year. That gap, that difference between what they owe and what they earn, that is called leverage. And leverage is how ordinary money becomes extraordinary wealth. Now you might say, but I am not a millionaire. I cannot do what they do. But here is the truth. You already have access to the exact same tool they use, your mortgage. A 30-year fixed-rate loan at a low interest rate is one of the most powerful financial instruments ever created for ordinary Americans. The wealthy did not invent a secret. They just refused to give up a tool that everyone else was throwing away. Let me give you a real picture. Imagine two neighbors, same street, same houses, same income. Neighbor 1 pays off the house aggressively in 15 years, feels amazing, debt-free, proud, celebrated. Neighbor 2 keeps the mortgage and every single month invests the extra money instead. After 30 years, Neighbor 1 owns a house, Neighbor 2 owns a house, and has built an investment portfolio worth over $1 million. Same neighborhood, same starting point, completely different financial lives. And the difference was not luck or income or intelligence. The difference was knowing how money actually works. Now, here's the uncomfortable part. The reason most middle-class Americans never build real wealth is not because they did not work hard enough. It is because they were taught to eliminate debt instead of deploy capital. They were taught that zero debt equals success. But the wealthy were taught something different. They were taught that the right debt, used the right way, at the right time, is not a weakness. It is a weapon. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people who ever lived, has talked openly about the value of leverage. He has never believed in rushing to eliminate cheap debt when that money could be compounding elsewhere. He is not alone. Almost every major wealth builder in American history understood this principle. The wealthy do not fear their mortgage. They use it. They keep it. They treat it like a business decision, not an emotional one. And that mindset shift from debt as shame to debt as strategy is often the single biggest difference between people who build generational wealth and people who just get by comfortably. So the next time someone congratulates you for paying off your house early, just pause for 1 second and ask yourself one question. What did that money cost me by not being invested? Because your house did not grow faster because you owned more of it. The market did not care. But your investment account, that would have grown every single year, quietly, powerfully, without you doing anything. That is the real secret. Not working harder, not earning more, just letting your money work while you sleep. And the wealthy figured that out a long time ago.